Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another Numerology Decode. Today we're going to be taking a look at the death of Taylor Hawkins. He was the drummer for the Foo Fighters who died back in 2022. The Foo Fighters being a band founded by Dave Grohl, who's the original drummer for Nirvana, and we all know what happened with Kurt Cobain in Nirvana there. Definitely seems like he got whacked for a lack of control over him, considering Dave Grohl's deep family ties to the CIA. Same with Courtney Love, his wife at the time, and her very deep ties to the CIA, smuggling LSD, heroin, all these drugs through many countries for these specific elite parties. And she also has recently admitted to being involved in MK Ultra projects, which she then communicated through Candace Owens, who's another CIA plant. So maybe there's gonna be some information come to light very soon with Courtney Love in her role within this whole Epstein file stuff, and that's why she's sort of trying to save face with these Candace Owens emails painting her as the victim. But that's a whole nother conversation, and my man Izzy Griffin on YouTube and Instagram covers this in deep evidential documented evidence, so be sure to check him out if you're interested in that. But that's not the topic of today's video, but it all ties together. Today we're looking at Taylor Hawkins. So shortly before Taylor Hawkins' death, the Foo Fighters randomly went on this weird change of appearance. They started doing like a disco themed cover album, but it was called Hail Satan, which is obviously a play on Hail Satan. They were also coming out with a movie that came out called Studio 666, where literally in this movie, guys, they kill Taylor Hawkins. Dave Grohl takes a symbol, boom, throws it after being possessed by the devil, severs his head, cuts it clean off, and kills Taylor Hawkins. And guess what? That movie came out 11 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days before the death of Taylor Hawkins. I don't have that up on screen. As I said, this is an old Twitter post, but that just adds to the layers of this story. Just looking at the natural synchronicity, though, right away with Taylor Hawkins and the Foo Fighters in the releasing of their music here. If we look, Taylor Hawkins' first album with the Foo Fighters, it was released on 33 date numerology, which was 3 months and 3 days after Hawkins' birthday. And he was exactly 303 months and 3 days old on the release of this debut album. Very cool in itself. Very innocent. We have no signs of foul play here. I would say it seems like just natural divine synchronicity. But like I said, the further we go into it, and the fact that the movie where they murder him in it was released 11 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days after his birthday, starts to get a little more suspicious. Now let's take a look at the numerology that ties Kurt Cobain, Taylor Hawkins, and Dave Grohl all together. Like I said before, Dave Grohl was the original drummer for Nirvana. Kurt Cobain then died. He becomes the singer of the Foo Fighters. Then he has his own drummer in the Foo Fighters, Taylor Hawkins, who then dies. Taylor Hawkins' death came 33 days before Kurt Cobain's birthday, or 333 days before Kurt's birthday. Taylor Hawkins' death then came 330 days before his own birthday, perfectly wrapping up these two guys together within this 33 numerology. Furthermore, Dave Grohl's birthday is 333 days after Taylor Hawkins, perfectly synchronizing them up. And I don't argue that this has to specifically mean anything negative, because I have this in my life too. With all the people who are important in my life and who have always stuck around, we always have this divine code. And I would argue that most people in this world do, and we don't know. This is what magnetically attracts us, what aligns us, our imprint, our divine code that makes up the being of who we are. It's our energy field. It's what attracts us to the people and the things and events in our life. So now to tie this all together with the satanic theme that we see, the Hail Satan album coming out, the Studio 666 movie where they kill Mr. Taylor Hawkins here, the numerology all adds right back up to the specific numbers of the devil and the movie itself. If you look here, 666, it is the 36th triangular number. March 25th, Oliver Taylor Hawkins of the Foo Fighters was found dead in his hotel room. It came 36 days after his own birthday, 36 weeks after the release of their Hail Satan album, which released 30 weeks and 6 days before Taylor Hawkins' birthday. And like I said, 666 is the 36th triangular number. The date March 25th also equals 36, and Oliver, his real first name, also equals 36. Tying together the whole themes of him being murdered in this movie, based around satanic numerology in a satanic movie after releasing a satanic themed album, and once again numerically tying him to the suspicious death of Kurt Cobain, specifically tying him directly to David Grohl, who many speculate with evidence that David Grohl and his deep CIA ties through his father and Courtney Love played a role in that death. You can see how it all meshes together quite well. But once again, this is just me connecting numbers based on the narrative being put out by the mainstream. I don't know exactly what it all means, but I can only speculate based on the past information that we have gathered through these decodes. So I hope that came across good. I know it's a little different theme since this is old post and I'm not completely up to date, so I'm just sort of riffing it with you guys here as I read through this. So I hope it was concise. I hope it came through good and you learned something. I have much more to go into with these musicians and a lot of my old posts that I forgot I did. I'm currently digging into the deaths of Chester Bennington, Chris Cornell, Avicii, and Anthony Bourdain in the secret film that they were working on called The Silent Children, which was about exposing elite human and child trafficking, and then they all mysteriously died within a year of each other. So a lot more research to go on that. I want to be very concise and very detailed with it, as it is a quite suppressed story, and the information surrounding the Silent Children film has been buried pretty deep, but it still exists. So until then, I'll keep pumping out all these decodes, and I hope you guys enjoy. Stay safe. I'll catch you in the next one.